Good afternoon, or should I say good evening, or maybe good morning. This is your flexitarian friend, Jael Tanti. I'm going to show you how to make a super easy, delicious meal in minutes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use, this is for waterless cooking. So I'm gonna show you how to cook with your cookware waterless. It doesn't mean that it's water free, but it's waterless. So meaning that you can use less water. So I wanted to tell you that I'm on a new path, and my new path is cooking a heck of a lot healthier. I went to the doctor. Yes, I went to the doctor. I wanted to find out what's going on, and I ended up shocked because the results were high blood pressure. Yes, I am type A. Of course I'm going to have high blood pressure. Also, maybe it's my chickens. And then also I ended up with high cholesterol, so no more butter. I'm sorry, but the butter is out. And the other thing is no wine. Oh my God, I'm going to be whining all the time now. So no whining. No wine, and no rice, no pasta. How can you live? No pasta, no wine, no cheese, no beef. So what am I gonna do? So adjust. Because in life, the more flexible that we are, the more advanced we become. That's what constant and never-ending improvement means. So I decided I'm gonna take my health in my own hands. And honestly, I don't want any BS. They offer me all kinds of pills, and I say, no, thank you. And when you give me the results, I want them to be tough with me. Tell me exactly what I need to do. Tell me what would happen if I don't do what I need to do. Because many times we know what to do, but we don't do it. So that is called insanity. So unless you're insane, you need to take action. And I decided I'm going to take action, and the action begins today. So what am I going to replace my rice with? Or my pasta, my risotto, and my spaghetti, and my fried rice? Well, I have to tell you, I decided that since I used to be a vegan, I used to be a raw foodist, then I became the flexitarian, and then I can tell you all the blame and all the excuses in the world why I'm here today talking to you about my own health. So I am telling you because I've been there before. I've been super healthy and super amazing, but then I went off the wayside. But that was my decision. Nobody put a gun to me. Nobody said, oh, you got to start eating this or that. I made that decision. So I decided I'm also making that decision today that I'm going to do what's best for me now. I'm going to eat to live rather than live to eat. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I went and looked in my fridge. Okay, what do I have in my fridge? How can I cook something delicious? And so I found, get this, my husband already even washed it. This is a cauliflower. And since I'm educating myself, and you know me, I love education. Self-education is the best time of medication. So I decided that I'm gonna find out why should I eat this food, right? In life, you know, sometimes you're unwilling to taste things because you don't know what they're gonna taste like, or you're unwilling to do things because you don't know what it's gonna look like. We're always wondering what if. Well, what if doesn't get you anywhere, but what if you say, what if it does make a difference? Instead of like, what if it doesn't work? What if it does work? So let's think of the opposite. So why cauliflower? Cauliflower resembles rice. So right now I'm going to show you how to make risotto with cauliflower that needs to go. Okay? So why the cauliflower? So here's the benefits. The nutrients, rich in nutrients like vitamin C, vitamin K, which I'm sure we all need, vitamin B6, and as well as folate, fiber, and antioxidants, believe it or not. Second, supports digestion, contains fiber, water, and aids to promote gut health. Can you imagine? I've been neglecting this wonderful food already. Anti-inflammatory, what? You know why anti-inflammatory is so important for high blood pressure? Because high blood pressure is inflammation. Okay? So, perfect food for people who are inflamed, like me. So, anti-inflammatory packed with antioxidants like glucosinolates and some other word that I can't pronounce, which help reduce inflammation and lower the risk of chronic diseases. You have the answer right here. Let thy food be thy medicine, and let thy medicine be thy food. Supports heart health. Oh my gosh, if you have high blood pressure and you have high cholesterol, what are the chances of having heart attack, stroke, and all kinds of things? No, then you gotta eat more cauliflower. Helps regulate blood pressure and improve circulation. If I were you, I go right now and plant a bunch of cauliflower in your backyard. If you have a backyard, on your windowsill or on pots, like sometimes I do. Aids in weight loss, low in calorie. I agree, but it's high in fiber, making it the greatest addition to weight management diets. Well, here I am. I've been looking for the best diet, and it's been sitting on my own fridge because I picked the right foods, but sometimes I don't eat them. Boost brain function. I love the brain stuff. Okay, contains choline. Guess where else you can find choline? In eggs. But if you're a vegan, then you can find it on cauliflower. It's great for your hair. I'm saying that because I know that, not because I'm reading. I'm reading some other stuff. It's an essential nutrient that supports brain development and cognitive function. Imagine you thinking better, making better decisions because your brain is actually working. Then we have balances blood sugar. Hallelujah! Blood sugar, blood pressure right here. So get this. The fiber and low glycemic index help maintain stable blood sugar levels. Hello, anybody out there who is a diabetic, pay attention. This is great for you. And for me too, because if I do what I've been doing the whole time, I'm heading that way too. And I don't want to meet you there. I'd rather meet you here at the start where I know I can see where I'm going now. The next one, detoxifies the body, supports liver function. Where have you been all my life? Come on, cauliflower. You know, you are the cat's meow. Take a picture of this. So epic. So epic. I should have known. It looks like a brain, right? So, detoxifies the body, supports liver function, and help flush out toxins. Who knew? Nobody knew. Next, number 9, versatile and low carb. So how would you love to have a meal that doesn't leave you like you just got 8 months pregnant? Instead, you're going to have a meal that'll make you look like you just had a 6-pack workout. So, can be used as rice, mash, or pizza crust, which Mitzi makes the best pizza crust, I swear, made out of cauliflower. I still need to do that with her. Making it perfect for low carb and keto diet. So I decided I'm not going to be on any diet. I know what to do, so I'm going to do what I know what to do, which is use my food as medicine. So the first thing that we're going to do is something very simple. I'm sure you have done this before, okay? Besides grabbing a couple of gloves because I was holding onto the phone, and sometimes I hand my phone to people and they touch it, and so it's already dirty. Even if I touch the doors and this and that, I'm crazy that way. So for now, I'm gonna use that with my own excuse. So this is something you've done before, right? Very simple. I'm gonna teach you. You've done this. A knife, you cut in half, and then you cut it in another half, and then another half. By the way, I have used cauliflower to make the best in the world, because I tell you, I have tasted it everywhere in the world to make cauliflower steak. That I'm very proud of. I made it and nobody can top that. No restaurant, no Michelin, absolutely nothing. They are left in the dust. And I challenge anybody to actually challenge my delicious chimichurri cauliflower steak. Okay, very simple. We don't want too much of a mess, which I love making a mess. I don't mind. Organized chaos for me works. So we're gonna use this machine. Okay, if you don't have one, just use the old knuckle buster, or you can use a just chop, 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 chop by hand with a knife. So that's the old-fashioned way. So if you want to use the old-fashioned way, I'm okay with it. Okay. But if you want one of these Salamaster machines, then you let me know and say, I would like one. How can I get one free? Maybe. Okay. So now I have my cauliflower, and then I'm going to put this cone in here. Number 2 cones for those of you who already own this machine and you have not used it because you are afraid. I tell you, 28 years ago, I was there too. I was afraid to use the cookware. I was afraid to use this. But now I'm not. I'm not a cook. I'm not a chef. I'm a creator. I create recipes. I create food. I create art. I create beauty. So here we go. So this is how you grab it. All right. If you want, you can wear gloves. And now clockwise, this is clockwise in case you didn't know. And this is counterclock. See? So to put it on, you just put it in your hand just like that. And then you go clockwise. So you notice, take it off. I don't have to yank anything. That's perfectly in there. But when I take it off, I hold on to it and I go back. If I want to put it on, I hold on to it and then I go forward, backwards, forward, oops, forward. That's how you put it on. The gloves, you know, they kind of slide around and then take it off. So for now, we're going to put it on because we are going to make a low-fat, cauliflower risotto. So we'll start by taking our cold pan and we're gonna take smaller pieces of it and we're gonna put them on the back. The important thing is that when you put it on the back is not to overpress the plastic stuff because you will end up with plastic in your food. Very simple. Do not press hard, okay? No high pressure here. So you just put it there and gentle, you go like this, start pressing, and then you will see the little things that look like you got some arboreal rice, okay? So this is how you make also the rice, the cauliflower rice, which is amazing. I love to make cauliflower rice, fried rice. That's one of my favorite things to do. That I will eat the whole pot, so. Okay, so that's what keep on doing. As you get closer, you stop or you slow down. Okay, why do you want to slow down? It's because I don't want plastic on my food. Plus, I want to add the next one. Okay, so that's the easy for those of you who are brand new. I've been using this machine for nearly 30 years. Just wanted to let you know, FYI, for everybody who is not aware that how long I've been using waterless cookware. Okay, so now add the rest and keep on going because we're gonna fill this up because remember once this cooks, what's gonna happen? It's going to shrink because cauliflower is mostly water. So if you're not drinking a lot of water during the day, you know what? It's beautiful. You can make your own salad dressing, which is the dressing that I make at the cooking class. Yesterday, the goddess dressing, which is cucumbers, avocados, and water and lemon juice, and nothing else other than a little bit of sea salt. Okay, so not even oil. So you'll see me really working more recipes without oil because, as I told you, I know what to do. I just need to follow through, which is what I'm doing now. So there you go. I didn't believe it until I saw it. And that's really the way many people are. Until they see it, they won't believe it. They won't believe that you're able to make a cake on the top of the stove using waterless cookware. Okay, so this is almost at the end. And I don't think I want to do more than this. That's a half a cauliflower. I'm sure that when my husband sees it, he's going to want the whole thing. So maybe I'll just add a couple of little pieces for him. And I'll save the other one to make the fried rice. Okay, so here we go. I want to fill it up to the top. And it doesn't mean that you have to give up everything, but the thing is, remember that it is a transition. So you have to go from, if you go cold turkey, you're gonna go crazy. So what you wanna make sure is that you go a little bit at a time. So for me, a little bit at a time means take all the red meat, period. Take it off right away, okay? The other thing, I'm not gonna go cold turkey, but I'm gonna go warm turkey. Okay, warm turkey means that every once in a while, if there's a special occasion, I will have the wine. So if it's a birthday or if it's a wedding, I might make that decision to have it or not have it, but I don't want to say I will completely, take it right off my life. I've done that for 1.5 years, and it's kind of boring sometimes, but it's also good. I think that I can live without it, and the important thing is find a replacement. And yesterday, I found a great replacement, ginger tea. I bought the powdered ginger tea. I added a teaspoon of honey and hot water, and it was like so amazing. And if you want to have that cold, you can add ice, and it tastes yummy. It's like ginger beer. Okay, so if you notice here, I'm gonna take this out. For those of you, hold on, if you can't take it off, hold on to the bottom and take it off. And when you put it on, it goes in a slant like that. Okay, don't try to go like this because you're not gonna get it. It's gonna be harder, but if you go like that in a slant, then it goes fast. Okay, so we're gonna move this out of the way. I actually never liked cooking. When my mother was trying to teach me how to cook, I said, I don't want to learn how to cook. And she says, one day you're going to get married and you're going to have to cook. And I'm like, I'm never going to get married. Can you imagine? I said that. Oh my gosh. Thank God that God knew that I was joking. So when I did get married, I still did not know how to cook. So anyway, and without a joke, this cookware made me a great chef because I was compelled to learn how to cook so I could teach other people how to do it as well, the right way. Okay, so what you see in here is a almost 3/4 of a cauliflower. I already gave you all the benefits, and if you want them, then go back to the beginning of the video. If not, I'm going to add them when I put the video in there. So I'm gonna use about 1, 2, 3 spoons of water. This is boiling water. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the lid, make sure that there's no food around it. So this is what waterless means less water. Most people will probably drown this poor little cauliflower with water. Not cool, okay? So we're gonna take it to the stove, which I'm gonna move you right here. Okay, right there. And now we're gonna turn it to medium. You don't need to use high heat because when you're cooking vegetables, if you're cooking meat, it's okay to use 450 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't care. Use 550. Use broil. I don't care. Because you're not going to kill anything. It's already dead. So, but where vegetables, they're very much alive. Even though they're not as alive as when you pick them right off the field, but they are still very much alive in nutrients. So, as you can see, dead foods deliver dead matter, whereas live foods deliver live matter. So if you care for what you eat, then you're gonna eat things that are a little bit more alive. A few years ago, I had a doctor that actually cooked on this food, and he put it under Korean photography, and he would see like all these little things in this microscope. So it was just so amazing to know that when you cook this food at below 200 degrees Fahrenheit, you actually retain the electrical potential. So what is the electrical potential of our food? Is the energy that delivers into your body. So when you have meat, it still have an electrical potential, but at the beginning you get this rush, but it doesn't really last, because later on you're gonna have to digest that thing, and that big piece of meat is gonna sit here. And for those people that are constipated all the time, it's gonna sit even longer. So for those that, you know, like a dog, you know, they eat something and they're like, you know, that works. But some people have a sluggish colon, which is like several meters of colon sitting here, and food is gonna sit there and rot. So the easier that we cook food, the foods that are healthier for us are the ones that cook the fastest, and they're the easiest. And if you don't need like a lot of time to cook, or a lot of different like different ingredients, too many ingredients in here, too many ingredients can make you also sluggish, no energy. Okay, now the other thing that I'm gonna show you, which is something that has helped me before, I'm gonna move this out of the way to the back, has helped me before, like obtain like really maximum, optimum energy. It was this little seed. It is not a grain, it is an actual seed. Quinoa. You can actually sprout this thing, and you can toast it, you can do all kinds of things. So quinoa is really high in protein. It does have complex carbohydrates, which will deliver a lot of fiber into your body. So I'm gonna add, I don't measure anything. As you can see, I'm not a cook, I'm not a chef, I'm a creator. I'll create all these awesome things without even thinking about a recipe. I just know what to do. It's almost like a divine download. I know what to do, okay? So I like things simple. So to quinoa, when you cook quinoa, I hate having quinoa that's not cooked perfectly, okay? And the quinoa is cooked perfectly when the little halo, the ring, pops up, you know, and it's really fluffy, like a fluffy rice. Nothing worse than a rice that is not meant to be sticky, and it's like all sticky together. And the same thing with quinoa. If it's not cooked right, it's not gonna taste good, and you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna be willing. But when you cook it my way, you're gonna love it. So here's what we do. I add a little bit of like boiling water or boiled water, and I just wait till they all integrate, because otherwise if they don't integrate, you have little floaties on the top, and also the hot water will, you know, help like cook it even a little bit faster, like a few minutes faster. So you see all of these little guys, they're already in there. And then I take, if you notice, I'm not cooking with handles, right? So I put the handles as I'm going to need them. And then you take a little bowl, and if you do have a strainer, use a strainer so you don't lose any of them. But for me, if I lose a few, I give it to the chickens. Which I didn't use, I didn't lose anything. See, I'm pretty good. I trust myself. That's the best part. So now I take that water, I'm not gonna use it. Now I'm gonna eyeball it, okay? And then when I see that I have approximately about 3/4 of an inch, which is your first line on your index finger, then that's all I need to know. See, I can measure if you like, but I like the eyeballing cooking. So now I don't want to cook with these, because if I turn it at high, it's going to burn my handle. So I take them off, and now I put it to medium. And then I don't care, you can put it to high, but when this little valve clicks, it's exactly precisely 185 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can let it, you know, go to steam temperatures, but this thing is gonna stand up, and all the water is going to boil over. But if you go medium, or even you start at high, I don't care, you can go high. As soon as this valve clicks, or when it's hot to the touch, you turn it down to low. So, which is time for me, this one right here, I'm going to show you how the broccoli has come out. The cauliflower, I mean. I always say broccoli for some reason. I think I love broccoli too. So, as I was saying, with the cauliflower, it's great for snacks. And then with that, you can make a dip and then use it as a snack that you can take to work. So if you say, oh God, I don't want to prepare food, just cut it up with your hands, make a little dip, which I already showing you how to do it. And if you don't know how the recipe of that dip, put in the comments, can I have the recipe of the dip? And I will send you, and I will answer. I promise you that I will answer. So, so now I'm gonna put this at medium. It's already at medium. And what we'll do is we're gonna use our handles to trade spots, because now I'm gonna go back to my cauliflower, the risotto cauliflower. I'm gonna move that here. I'm gonna move this guy. And this come over here. Turn the light on that one. And so I'm gonna show you how to make sort of like a traditional risotto. Okay, risotto will have the butter. I'm gonna turn that low, and see this, how beautiful. It's already cooked without a lot of water. The water was absorbed. Check that out. And this is like ready to add the ingredients. Now, if you are vegan, you can use coconut butter. But if you're not, you can use the cheese, you can use the cream, but all in moderation. Remember, we're going into transition, into healing. So replace and then invent some things that remind you of stuff that you like. By the way, I hear that clicking. I'm not turning it too low. It's annoying me now. Okay. Okay, push. All right, it'll stop in a moment. Okay, so for the risotto, so we have it cooking right now. I have it at low. I turn it down to low so it's not continue to cook too much. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add coconut oil. It's antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory. And believe it or not, people say you get cholesterol from coconut oil. It's a lie. It's the most beneficial oil that you can have. Okay, so when you digest this coconut oil, it turns into monolauric acid, which is found in one other source, mother's milk. It's so good for you. Last night, I fell teaching the class. And I'll tell you what, I don't know, but not only there was like a wet spinach on travertine, as I slid my foot, like flip. Like really, I think I sprained my ankle, right? I should have been like really limping today. But you know what? I'm a smart woman. I know what to do. So I do what I know. I put the coconut oil immediately, and in my face where I've actually hit the corner of the stove. Everybody saw this. It's live on last night's video. And I don't have a single even mark. I should have been blue, but I put my miracle oil. So imagine what it will do inside your body. I believe that this is an oil that everybody needs to have. Okay, so sparingly, I'm gonna put a little bit. And then if you're looking to make this vegan, you want to make sure that you put the coconut milk. Okay, I'm not making it vegan because I gotta use all of these ingredients that I have at home. But in a week, you'll be, as I am actually relearning the stuff that I already know. I wrote a book about it. Then I'm gonna start teaching it to you. In the meantime, I'm gonna put a little bit of heavy cream for those of you who are vegetarian, that you don't mind having the cream. So I'm doing vegetarian, then vegan. And I don't want to be the junk food eater vegan. I want to be the vegan that I create my own recipes. If I'm going to make a hamburger, it's not going to be made out of tofu or processed food. It's going to be made out of beans and cooked organic oats and mushrooms. And of course, I'm still going to put an egg. The chicken is vegan, I promise you. I don't feed them any cows. So that looks a little bit more translucent and beautiful. And then we're not putting any butter, but I am not opposed to butter. But remember, I'm taking away the butter. So I'm gonna put a little bit of cheese too. And that's about 2 tablespoons. Normally, I would have put the whole box. That's what got me in trouble because I was getting too decadent with my recipes. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it up. And the last but not least, you gotta put this. You gotta put some garlic. Okay, whatever garlic you have at home. I keep 3 types of garlic. Fresh garlic in the freezer, minced garlic in the fridge. So especially during transition of the weather, garlic is beneficial to you. It's starting to look beautiful and it smells amazing. This is your new way of making risotto, and I am going to help you with this. You can also use mushroom risotto, so you can do risotto al funghi. This is risotto al olio and al aglio. There you go. A little bit of pepper. I normally don't cook with pepper, but pepper is very good for digestion. And it's almost like, did I put the salt already? I think I did. Okay. So now we're gonna turn it back up. And now you can see actually the milk in there. And you can actually add a little bit more of the cheese if you wanted to, but me right now, I said low fat, so that means I have to stick to it. It's incredible, 2 days that I've been doing this, eating healthier, and I already feel it. I already feel amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna test it because this is done. And our, like I said, use mushrooms. You can use all the stuff normally oh, I gotta put this. You just have to see this. I have white truffle oil. So that way it tastes like it has truffles in there. And this is brand new. So we're gonna have to open it up. I know I said I wasn't gonna cook without oil, but I said, okay, I'm not using the big amounts of oils anymore. If you notice, it's like a little bit. I don't buy the big bottles now, I buy the little tiny bottles. It's truly, I was using too much oil. Ouch. Ah, there you go. It's like, man, you're gonna be super strong to do this. Just a tad bit, so you can give it that beautiful flavor of the of the truffles. So now I'm gonna taste it. Actually, before I taste it, I'm gonna run by you something very important, which is I'm gonna give it a little cover here, just for the materials to integrate. I call them materials, it's called ingredients. Okay, once again, why eat your cauliflower? High in vitamin C, vitamin K, and B6, folate, fiber, and antioxidants. That alone, just with that alone, you should be eating that. Second, supports digestion, contains fiber, water, aid digestion, and promote gut health. Anti-inflammatory, has antioxidants, and also helps reduce inflammation, supports heart health, helps regulate blood pressure, and improve circulation. Listen to this. Aids in weight loss, so if you want to lose weight, it's low in calories but high in fiber. Boosts brain function, contains choline, which choline is actually found in eggs as well. So if you're not eating eggs, great replacement right here. It's good for the support of the brain and development of the cognitive function. Balances blood sugar. The fiber is low in glycemic index, help maintain stable blood sugar levels. Detoxifies the body, so supports the liver function. Did you know that you can actually, the liver is the only organ that you can cut a piece and it will actually regrow. So go check it out on yourself. It does. It is very important for us to take care of our liver, and livers are hard to come by. Next one, it detoxifies the body, supports, I already said that, the liver function and flush out the toxins, and the versatile low carb that it can be used. I can tell you so many things I've done with broccoli. I have with cauliflower. I have done like mashed potato style. I have done fried rice. I have done cauliflower steak. I have done buffalo wing style cauliflower. It is the most versatile vegetable that I know, among all the other vegetables that I cook too. So anyway, so this should be nice and integrated. Look at that, it's thick, it's not watery. And now it's time to taste. And we cover it so it's nice and warm. I turned it off. And now the truth comes out. Wow. Wow. I'm in love. I'll do this again and again and again. This is the best thing ever. But now I have to have the replacement for the cheese and the milk. But the one thing that I promise you is I'm not going to go and replace it with junk food. Like I'm not going to go and replace something as fresh as maybe almond milk that I can make, Brazil nuts that I can make, Brazil nuts milk. I'm going to make my own milk. I've been making almond milk, but now I made hemp seed milk, which I showed you guys last time. And I also made Brazil nuts milk, but this will be amazing with walnut milk because it's thicker, it's more creamy, and it's more delicious. So I promise you that I'm going to make this at Happy Cooking Open House so you guys can come and taste it on your own. This is the most incredible thing ever. I'm gonna continue to make it, perfect it, because I do love to make things that are tasty, delicious, and healthy. This is out of the park. It's the best. So, check it out. Absolutely delicious. The best risotto, vegetable risotto I've ever had in my entire life. And so now let's look at the quinoa. Look at that. That's how you want your quinoa. See the little ringlets on the top? And when you take a fork, see how it fluffs? This is how it should be. It should fluff. You should see all those little ringlets there. I love quinoa. Oh my gosh, I can love quinoa with marinara sauce. I love quinoa with salads. I love quinoa with cauliflower, broccoli. You give it quinoa. I love quinoa. Quinoa is so packed with so much protein and vitamins and minerals. And I love quinoa, especially with dill. So I can't wait for you to try this. I'm gonna add a little bit of dill because I love herbs. Again, antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. You're gonna get tired of listening to me saying that, but it's the truth. Look how beautiful it looks. This is awesome. Oh, I know what I can make that I can have. Yogurt. That's it. Okay. It's incredible. Delicious. So I'm gonna share it with you. Make sure that you are staying tuned on the Happy Cooking Club, because I will be making this live again. You'll see it in a big portion. And I'm also going to be making the quinoa. I'm gonna be starting to cook a whole new way. In fact, I'm gonna create a new book. That's it, I'm done. I'm gonna create a new book and I'll make all these recipes. So make sure that you watch me at the next live on the Happy Cooking Club. And if you're looking for more of my recipes, my flexitarian recipes, you're always gonna find them on YouTube. Please subscribe. Please subscribe so you can learn more. So if you have waterless cookware, that's the best place to learn how to make beautiful, delicious foods. And if you want to upgrade to something like what I have, let me know. I'll cut you a deal. Just kidding. So you're still going to have a deal. So thank you for watching. God bless you. God bless us all. This is your flexitarian friend, Jael Tanti. Until then, have a happy, healthy, and wealthy day. Ciao. It's dinner time for me. Ci vediamo. Ciao.